Good evening and welcome to another segment of Fat Bike Adventures Thunder Bay. I'm Clay Witter and I'd like to tell you more about the new era of fat bikes. Fat bikes have gained attention as the fastest growing segment of the bicycle industry this year, and for good reason. They've ridden the length of continents, crossed the snowy state of Alaska in winter, and traveled along unique sections of coastline all around the globe and down the mountain. Mass manufacturing and broad distribution helped the mountain bike explode on the market in the early 1980s. And by 1986, mountain bikes outsold road racing and road touring bikes. Adventurous riders could now explore deep into the backcountry, scouting new roads and trails, while others took to the streets and discovered that wide tires and an upright position make for a comfortable urban commuter or cross-country tourer. Most importantly, mountain bikes enliven cyclists with a new lens. With the ability to ride so many more places, the once finite resource of smooth pavement was replaced by the infinite universe of back roads, logging tracks, winding roads, and hiking trails. But limitations did still remain, especially on rocky terrain, soft surfaces, and steep grades. Since the late 1980s, mountain bikes have developed through better suspension, lighter materials, and improved geometry. But most advancements focus on the ability to conquer rough terrain, such as mountain biking at speed. Fat bikes attempt to solve the unique challenge of riding on a diverse range of surfaces, including sand, mud, and snow. At about the same time, Ray Molina is exploring new terrain in southern New Mexico and across the border in Mexico. Riding sand dunes and arroyos, Ray began manufacturing an 82mm wide rim, along with a 3.5-inch tire to match called the Chevron. He made several frames to accommodate the new equipment, and testing took place at the Samalayuca Sand Dunes in Chihuahua, Mexico. At the Interbike Trade Show in late 1999, Alaskan Mark Gronwell made plans to bring Remolino rims to Alaska. Paired with his custom Wildfire Designs frame and a 3 to 3.5-inch tire, like the Nokian Gazzotti or the elusive Specialized Big Hit, both of which were borrowed from downhill bikes. The first modern fat bikes were born. John Evingson of Anchorage, Alaska, also built and raced highly refined custom bikes to fit the Remolino rims and a 3-inch tire. Long-distance riding and racing continued through the 1990s in Alaska, and in 2000, Mike Kiriak of Colorado won the first official I Did a Sport Impossible race to Nome, riding and pushing his bike over 1,000 miles in just over 15 days. Mike's accomplishment may be the greatest proof of concept for fat bikes ever. He rode a custom Willits frame made by Colorado builder Wes Williams and designed around Remolino rims and a 3-inch tire. That bike is now on display at Absolute Bikes in Salida, Colorado, one of the best towns along the Great Divide route. Until 2005, custom frames and hard-to-find rims and tires is what comprised the microscopic fat bike genre. However, the Surly Pugsley changed the fat bike scene dramatically, providing the single greatest boost to availability and participation in the history of the fat bike. Released in an audacious purple color in 2005, along with the 65mm wide large Marge rim and a 3.7-inch endomorph tire, the modern fat bike era was born. The Pugsley was available to almost every bike shop in the country through Quality Bicycle Parts, or QBP, a distributor with broad reach. The bike came as a bare frame and fork and was intended to be completed with common mountain bike components, including standard 135mm hubs and a 100mm wide bottom bracket, also borrowed from downhill bikes. Following the release of the Pugsley and subsequent sales growth, several other companies quickly joined the market. In 2007, pioneering a symmetrical aluminum frame with ultra-wide hubs, 165mm, then 170mm, now 190mm, and rims, 70mm and 90mm, the Fatback Bike Company of Anchorage, Alaska pushed fat bikes into the future, providing more flotation with less weight. In 2010, both Surly and Salza released complete fat bikes through the QBP distribution chain, providing another huge leap in accessibility and sales. This year, over a dozen companies are offering complete bikes. 10 years ago, this would have been hard to imagine. The future of fat bikes is bright as new bikes and adventures make headlines each year. From 22-pound carbon bikes to rack-friendly steel touring models like the classic Pugsley, there is a fat bike for everyone. Thank you so much for your time and to hear me tell you about the fat bike era. I hope you all get into this amazing sport. Once again, I'm Clay Witter, and thanks for watching